Didn't lose too much from last night. I won. And high blood and iron. I head back to town, but I want to finish mapping what we've got first. Getting too deep in for a quick return. No, there are lots of things left to electric. That's good. Alright, you'll get conscripted once we get back to town. If we get back to town. Oh, that's real nice. No, it's 1 TP now. So we don't need to use Tornado on that encounter. That's good. There, and if I remember from last night, it should be like that. I will admit, I am a little surprised there's so few people who play Etrian Odyssey on Expert. Maybe that's what I've been told lately. I wonder what difficulty new people start on. Probably standard, because it's standard. That's not normal. Almost got a KO. Almost 2 KOs. Thankfully. 1 TP full heal. Alright, see, that should be like so. As I recall, they aren't the overly aggressive type like the Moas. We can go up. Oh, they're jammed. I haven't seen that happen. So, I'm guessing one's trying to go up and the other one down. Huh. Well, I'm not gonna get too close to that, because one of them might be a Poa, and I don't want to aggro that and break their stalemate. There's a shortcut there. Because I remember there being a shortcut around here. At least what we can see for now. And there we go. Have a shortcut. They are very sparse in the first game. You can drop steel lumps. Huh. And with that, we're back in the safety of town. Ooh, broadsword, but I'll pick that up later. Now, Blood and Iron. Which class are you? Well, I pop blast my lunch in my mouth, assuming I'd have time for you to respond, but oh, that's a sweet thing to say. Thank you. Okay, so the food's still in my mouth. Let's go over the basics of it. So Etrian Odyssey is a dungeon crawler. It has become a rather lengthy series on the DS. It's inspired by wizardry, so if you've played dungeon crawlers before, should be relatively at home. It's just here in this town. There's a forest with a big ass labyrinth in it. Who found it? I want to explore it. It's pretty dangerous in here. Go be one of those people. Unique thing to it they made use of on the DS, because it did originally release on the DS. With dual screens, is that the bottom touchscreen had your map on it, and you used your stylus to draw the map, and put your icons on it, so you'd make your map as you go. That was the main allure, and now with the HD releases on the Switch and Steam, they're basically using them both to gauge how much interest there still is for Etrian Odyssey, and also to try out how they're going to do the game with just one screen, since it's not on the DS anymore. Now there are 5 mainline entries and a few side shoots. There's Etrian Odyssey, Etrian Odyssey 2, Heroes of Guard, Etrian Odyssey 3, The Drowned City, Etrian Odyssey 4, I've forgotten the subtitle. Then there's Etrian Odyssey Untold, which was a remake of this first game, like a complete remake. New labyrinth, slightly tweaked classes. They tried to kind of make it a bit more like a JRPG with having an actual story party, but they still had a classic mode in there. Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold, which was the same treatment to the second game, and it was a lot better than the first Untold. Then Etrian Odyssey 5, Beyond the Myth, and then we have Etrian Odyssey Nexus, which was kind of the best hits album that was to send off the 3DS. Because it started on the DS, first 3 entries, and from 4 onwards it was on the 3DS. This game is difficult, as in random encounters will often end in no later than 3 turns, or as little as on the first turn. And given you can be blindsided and lose your first turn, it's entirely possible just to get a game over. Being played through basically all of those games I just listed, rather experienced, so we won't be wiping all that often, but for a newcomer, it's Like, when the NPCs say, don't do that, you'll die, they mean it here. You're not a chosen one. You're just some rando off the street who decided they want to challenge the labyrinth. So, you start the game by making your guild. Technically, you don't really appear, you don't so much make a character for yourself as you just set the name of your guild and then you register adventurers, and they do say, oh, you could put your own name down on the roster or not, it's up to you. So, what I've been doing here for the stream run is conscripting from the audience. Of course, I put myself down so I have at least one, but the rest of it, you pick your class and your portrait, and that's it. Which brings us to you. So at this point, we do have one of every class that is unlocked. Ronin and Hexer we will get later on. So it brings me back to the question of which class are you? As I explain the classes, because these words here aren't entirely accurate. So the Etrian Odyssey is, with its classes, tends to have multiple ways to spec each class, and it just gets better and better as you go later into the series, so it's the most narrow in the first game, which is what we have here. Even then, an alchemist is your mage, but they have all three elements on top of poison and some small support skills. As a land stance, you can spec into axes or swords, and you can do multi-hit or single hit. You can also do elemental chasers, as well as some buffs. For the protector, we have shield skills for reducing physical damage and elemental damage, smite for a shield bash, and then we have more classic tank skills like provoke, as well as some healing stuff, because technically they're a paladin. Dark hunters have whips to inflict binds and swords to inflict ailments. Binds are something I haven't really seen outside of this game, which is, as you can see here, on the bottom you see sword skill, then you see it over to the right, icon of a hand. Let's see if I can get a different one. Yeah, and then cloak has an icon of a foot. That's which body part the skill uses. And so binds bind up that body part. So it's the same thing with monsters too. They have skills that use different body parts, so if that part gets bound, they can't use any skills that require that body part. And ailments are a more standard affair, like poison, confusion, paralysis. And then we have medic, which of course has a lot of healing skills. One damage reduction skill, actually a couple. And Caduceus, lets him whack something with a staff really, really fucking hard. The point that there are endgame builds built entirely around Caduceus. In later games, this kind of branches out a lot more, where you actually have a more solid, where instead of being like this one niche skill that ends up being useful, it's actually different kind of subclasses within the classes? I guess is one way to put it. That wasn't all the classes we have, so Survivalist has, they use a bow. They also have gathering skills. They're very, very good at gathering, which is your main best way of getting money. And they can avoid encounters, rather they can reduce the encounter rate, and have high agility, but unfortunately all of the bow skills scale off of strength, and their strength stat is pretty mid at best. So they're useful at the beginning when all of your stats are low enough to be basically the same, but later on their damage falls off. Still, they have stab damage, you don't really have many other sources of that. Mostly use them for gathering. And of course, other utility skills during exploration. Spectre and Dark Hunter, given a brief overview of, as well as Land Snatch, Medic, Alchemist. That leaves Troubadour. So Troubadour, probably one of the best classes, but also one of the hardest ones to actually get going. Thank you, our current troubadour. So they have songs, and all of these are buffs. Party-wide buffs for Erasure. That removes enemy buffs. You know, elemental damage, speed boost, defense boost, attack boost. You can modify elemental resistances, healing over time, CP restore over time, increase XP, increase max HP, increase ailment recovery rate. But as you'll notice, all of these require 10 skill points to master. You get 1 skill point per level up, and then you have songs that it gives you, also requires 10 points. And songs are stupid slow until you rank them up. As you can see, the song gains both the buff magnitude as well as the speed of casting. So you basically need to max the songs before they're actually usable in combat, which means Troubadour is kind of worthless in this early game because you have nowhere near enough skill points to actually get the songs up to a usable level. But endgame, I don't think I'd make a party without. Now, you can have up to 5 people in your party. Yes, you can have less. Theoretically, you can go through the game with a party of 1. But only theoretical. I think you'd probably need a task or some kind of RNG manipulator to really go through that with that. Or a lot of strategizing. Recommended party size is 5, the maximum. I'd recommend it too. You can just register whoever. Like, unless you're doing a conscription run like I am, you don't need friends. That does bring us to, which class are you? At this point, we do have all of these classes, so... We only have 1 survivalist now. We have 2 land snatches, we have 1 protector. I don't think I'd need a second one. I have 1 dark hunter. I actually have 2 dark hunters now. Like 3 medics, 2 alchemists, and 1 troubadour. So the question is, which class are you? And yeah, these are the portraits you can choose from. I also have the DLC portraits, and also it remaster lets you pick any class's portrait. Portraits are now class agnostic. Okay, but what are you right now? No, what class are you? You're being conscripted. So which class are you? Yes, as of right now, which class are you? There it is, and on which portrait? Because remember, you do have choose from these 5, as well as these extra 2, or any other class you want. Alright, we have twins now. Let's see if your name actually fits. So close. So close. Alright. What do you want your name to be? It has to be 9 characters or less. Blood and Iron is 10 characters. Okay, completely different from your display name. Now you are actually part of the guild as Bismarck. Speaking of, we do have another protector who looks an awful lot like you called Noir. Oh, that officially conscripted, so now save. Go back to 6F. So it's very important in Etrian Odyssey to have a party that synergizes. Because you're working as a squad, so you'll need to actually play off each other's strengths and try to multiply what each other person does. Otherwise you're gonna have a very hard time. Of course, also need to be versatile because there are many threats within the labyrinth. And just to give you an idea, yes, we lost a third of our HP from a single hit, and that was a weak hit. Just to give you an idea of what the damage scaling is like. Oh, that full guards the door. Oh. I'm guessing that's something that then moves... Are we in line with it? Oh, so foes? There are... Gosh, it is an acronym, technically. And depending on which language you're in, the acronym stands for different things. So, it's really the initials that are important. Was it Field on Enemy in Japan, or Formida Opugnatura Exequens in English? Or, the universal translator within all of our hearts. Fucking overpowered enemy. Think of them as field bosses. They do their own thing, or actively hunt you, whatever. Don't fucking mess with them. Not until you're well and truly overleveled. Give you an idea what kind of fearsome beast could utterly decimate your party. A deer, a bear, an ostrich. You really don't want to fuck with them. Oh hey, it's the stairs down. There's stairs icon. It means you have to explore up here, but with a little bit of a pathway down here. Alright. Come on, random encounter. These things are relatively fast. They can poison. Poison is a bitch and a half to deal with. Okay, not too much damage. Yeah, we can kill the deer, but it still is a little risky. The deer itself isn't so much of a problem, more so that it can move in such baffling ways that it confuses your party, and then you have friendly fire. I know that increases defense, but still, saying that name out loud for the first time. Stonard. This exact place file, this exact save file, I think we're closing in on 20 hours. This series? I started in either 2010 or 2011. Hours-wise, I don't think I've tallied it. I know I'm one of the veterans, but I'm not... I've seen more impressive things. Common encounter. There you go. I hate to get a random encounter when you're dealing with foes. Really hate to see it. Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, because again, I haven't seen this done in any other game. You notice down there on the lower right, that blue orb. It's pulsing. That's the encounter meter, basically. When it goes dark red, you're basically going to get an encounter in the next step or two. Then there's also a black meter that's going to pop out when a foe gets near. It should happen in this room, like that, which tells you how many spaces away they are. If it's 3 bars, they are directly next to us. It's 2 spaces away. This way, you do in fact know one random encounter is going to happen. Okay. Careful with this. Actually, does it move here? I don't actually know. For the most part, yeah. Yeah, for the most part. I say that because I know in some of the post-game dungeons, they like to break the rules in very nasty ways. One way you put it, the post-game, is what if the devs were assholes? It's the kind of difficulty you need to expect. Going at 93, maybe not the best idea, but I think it should work out. beginning to debate the efficacy of using Volt every single turn, though. Because as lethal as the battles are, as you can tell, you have to be in the labyrinth for a long time, so you need to be managing your TP. This doesn't regenerate. Nor is your HP. You have to spend TP to restore HP, and spend TP in order to do higher damage to prevent losing HP. So, on a TP management. Ah, yeah, that's a MOA. Okay. Uh-huh. You know, you're only half wrong with that, Jest. There are some rooms where the encounter rate really is just jacked up. Okay. Now, the real question is there a trap inside this room? Okay, not too bad so far. Not too bad. Oh, so that corner is exactly where they were. That's true, we have nobody with Daric with us. That's right, Destin's out of the party. We have a thread though, so we're safe. Well, relatively speaking, you're safe. Yeah, here we're going to use Volt, because they're Fizz resistant. We just need to deal with that. Also, I think there's a skill point I need to use. Yes. Eat for Thunder Dragon. Yeah. Oh, this... You mean... No, I'll give you both. The HD remake came out on Steam and Switch on June 1st. The original Etrian Odyssey came out on the DS, not the 3DS, the original DS, in 2007. I already marked that. Okay, it's not aggroed immediately, so that's good to know. Oh, now I can see how much damage poison does. Oh, 43. Well-timed cough. Yeah, Poison on the early floor is just like 25 damage per turn, and you have like 60 HP on the high end. The low end, it's like 23 HP. Okay, I just wanted to confirm what their aggro range was, so I can have a more accurate map here. And now we flee. I have a feeling I know where that foe is going to go, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, I set the combat speed higher, and man, I'll wait for half a second. Okay, I'd say we have the floor mapped to a satisfactory degree then. Oh, should have healed. Alright, let's do shackles on that one. Attack there, or cure, because we're not doing much damage from the back line. Ow. And misses. Many misses. Ah. And if we didn't kill that turn, Alyssa would be dead too. Alright. And we can go back to town so quickly. Oh, that's right, we had new items in stock aside from that. Although, first things first. The reason why Healing Touch is good. Well, technically it's 15 skill points to invest in it. We need to max out Healer. That will unlock Healing Touch, and 5 points into Healing Touch. So, it's 50%, then 75, and full heal, and then just cost reduction down to 1 TP. Awesome healing skill, only usable outside of combat. Yeah, let's wear the Boar Spear. Not by much, though. Is it worth it? If I remember the damage calculations, I think I'd have a better answer, but now I'm gonna say no. In Steam, they use like almost the entirety of the keyboard for all of the keybinds. It is quite extensive. A little hard to remember them. Get them a bit confused at times. Alright, so there is still at the duplicate level. Oh, Diapedal? Yeah, we could get a Diapedal. I think that's... So Steel Ups an enemy drop. Iron Shells. Either something from a lower floor or it's a foe. Diapedal should be gathering. Velasquez is fine. Chain helm. I don't think anybody uses a helmet though. And correct, nobody uses a helmet. Okay. Iron Glove? Oh wait, Tiger Perk. Interesting. Anywho, let's get ourselves some gathering done. Since if we need just one more die pedal, let's roll the dice. So here I have a party more so for gathering. Really, all it needs is Decim. Decim has all these gathering skills. But bring along other people that I should level up from reserves, along with someone from the main party to actually increase their survival rate. Yeah, for front lines, because that's the one slot that was left, it would either be me or Noir. And I think myself would be better, given I have attack skills. I don't really need to defend much at this point. Okay. Yeah, with threads, we can technically push in as far as we want. Yeah, that's fine. You gotta leave and you gotta leave. I'll definitely be less conservative with TP here. Because, for one, we have an area at any thread, so we can just pop back to town, its use. And two, I'd rather increase our odds of actually getting to the gathering points. Still though, only one survivalist so far. Huh. Oh, this one. Okay, tornado. I think Thor would be too slow. Let's just take out a side B then. Get to fail an arm bind against them. Curious what the odds are given how low level Cuffs is. Yeah, Alex doesn't have Healing Touch. You can see the lower efficacy. That's 4 TP for a minor heal. I might just bring Fluff in for the gathering party, just so we actually have... Okay, that's the first day. Just so you have that efficient heal. Yeah, and it's like 20 TP for a full heal. That was my phone. Let me show you. So here, level 1, 4 TP. 5 and 6, of course it heals more and more. Salve for healing the whole party, starts at 6, goes up to 10 TP in cost. Cure 2 for a stronger heal, starts at 10, goes up to 14. Salve 2 starts at 16 TP, goes up to 20. For healing the whole party. Refresh does not start out recovering every ailment, only blind. You have to level it up to heal more. Cure 3 starts off at 20 TP and every point just lowers the cost until they get to 10. Then revive. Starts at 10. Goes up to 14. Then we have Healing Touch. Can only be used outside of battle. It starts at 3 and goes down to 1. Healing Touch is ridiculous. That's just how good Healing Touch is. We should be able to get our hands on some Dipedal if we're lucky. Yep, Dipedal. Alright. How are we on inventory? Alright, 45 out of 60. We can go mine some more. Let's see, it's quite busy. Overall, I'd say it's on an upward trend, though it's still rough. It's like I'm getting more responsibilities at my work, which, combined with all the home repairs I have to do, it's quite a lot, but it does mean so many things are improving. Okay, all the mount should do. And we're good. Wow, so close to leveling up. But I'm not going to attempt Fate anymore. How has your life been, Bismarck? Mines. And now we thread back. Rod Axe, which nobody uses. Chainmail, that we can use. Pedal Coat probably can use too. I got some new body armor then. Take a nap, and let's swap out for current Vanguard party. Yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah, I can't say I'm coasting through life currently, but I have in the past. Okay, so that's good, so we have all the classes covered. Medic, Alchemist, Hexer for Pedal Coat, which means we want Yep, let's replace her buff coat. Hello there, I don't know how to pronounce her name. In fact, all I can really tell is that's probably Russian. And I can't read Russian. Either way, welcome. I have just now realized pedal code's basically the same as duplicate. Well, there's Agi up though. Oh, that's useful. Yep, Agi up over plate, but it is still the same defense. Oh, Ravier's next. Iron Shell again. Where did we get an Iron Shell? Oh, yes, that's right. Welcome to your pub. Because we're almost on the floor, we should actually handle the request for this floor. Alright, so Shadow of the Grove. A band of adventurers seeks vengeance by proxy on the unknown beasts that attack them on the 5th floor. Had to take the request, have you? This from an explorer who's a regular here. He was ambushed in the forest with his friends by an unknown monster on the 5th floor. Too much for them to handle, so they panicked and ran away. But it was a terrible poisonous spider that's usually seen deeper in the labyrinth. Been around the 5th floor a few times by now, right? Target is a monster that appears on the 5th floor where there'd normally be nothing. Get rid of it before more kids like them run foul of it, okay? I'll be praying for you. Now let's handle it one at a time. Okay, fastest way to the 5th floor is through the 6th. Where there'd normally be none, you say? Also, given I have killed things around here, and it seems like they've respawned, I should actually start mapping that. Again, they say where there'd normally be none on the 5th floor, but where else could there be some? I guess the gathering rooms could be one place. We'll ultimately have to look through all the floor, but to narrow things down, I suppose maybe in this room? Fortunately, this is a relatively low floor for us. So, it's through these encounters. Right, point to the shackles. And later on, cuffs. I'm wondering if what we're looking for is going to appear as a foe or as an encounter. Yeah, I can't say I really remember where to look. I'll check out the dead end then. So for this. I guess I should increase Cleaver then? Because I do use Cleaver for actual single target as opposed to Tornado. It's cheaper and it should be the same damage, but oh well. There is Def Up, which we haven't actually really needed. Surprisingly, I haven't really felt like I need Def Up. Attack Up though, HP Up would be... Do I really need HP Up? TP Up though, and we're at kind of a nice spot at the moment. I'll invest into Cleaver. Because even if the scaling is the same as the very first, as the original, in which case Tornado is the same damage as Cleaver, the main target is just Tornado also does splash damage and costs a little bit more, I'm still going to use Cleaver, because if we don't need the splash damage, I'm not going to spend the extra TP. It would be a good idea to have them both. I think I've observed Phobe has enough there. Alright, with this, we can likely move on to learning Thunder. Alright, Freeze is learned. I just need to learn Thunder, and then I guess we'll max out the up skills? Or should we invest into TP? This is a bit of a rough call. So in later games, there's breakpoints where the cost of the skill doesn't increase until level 5 and level 10. So you have breakpoints of either invest 1 point, so you have it, 4 points, so it's as powerful as it'll be while having as low cost as possible, 5 points, so you hit this breakpoint and the bump of power, 9 for the same reason as level 4, as high as it'll go while still being cost efficient, or 10 for maximum power, but that's not the case in the first game. In the first game, the TP cost increases with every single point spent up until level 5, and then they have just a stronger skill with the same cost through to level 10. So where the ideal spot to stop a skill at is a bit of a tough question to ask. Yeah, that party-wide debuff is why I sped up combat. That can be very slow on normal speed. Okay, with Fluff we have, yes, max out that. Now the question is, do I even invest in? I think I'll just go for Salve. I think for now I'll just rely on Nectars instead of going for Revive. I know we'll need Revive because it'll cut down on costs, but at the same time we're kind of making enough intel, it doesn't really matter. So I'd rather prevent death in the first place than be able to react to death. I do wonder what last mission. I guess it would be a quest then. Alright, shall not grow. Poisonous spider that has appeared on B5F. So we are indeed on B5F. And unless that's a typo... Now, it could be one of the things that's trolling up on the upper north-ish part of the map. However, those should be wolves. Well, it can't hurt to check. Yeah, I really do just have to check each corner at this point, so I'm not really sure where they could appear, since the initial spot of, like, oh, where monsters don't appear at... I was thinking the room with the treasure box in it. But... ooh, maybe the shortcut. Yeah, there are many places to check. I think we should use fire. This hasn't really rested. Yep, Wolf isn't that big of a threat to us anymore. Oh, you're a red one. That's not good. Oh. Give it a try? Oh, this is the spider. Oh, great. This is what we were looking for. Now, it's a little hard to tell which part of its body it's going to use for skills. Because it could try to bite with its head, or it could try to spin web, in which case, would it use it? I guess it uses its legs for that. So the rule of thumb with quadrupeds is the forelegs are arms and the rear legs and tail are legs. At least when it comes to bind categorization, because they technically don't have arms. That's what I'm debating right now, like, which appendage will it use? Will it use its rear legs, or its spinner in the back, or will it use its forelegs, or its head to use skills? I'm not sure which. Now is not the time to be stingy. Burn it with fire. Yeah, 50, that is indeed a second stratum enemy. Oh, that was just a regular spider, wasn't it? The dreadful monster thrashes its garish violet legs in the air before collapsing. No more unfortunate adventurers will fall victim to the formidable poisonous spider. You should report the slaying of the monster back to the pub. Hope it didn't lay any eggs. We all know how many eggs a spider lays. Anywho, yeah, let's just head back. I'd say listen, get some TP. This if we're gonna go full throttle. Welcome back, kids. I see you beat that dreadful spider. The other kids in the guild will be relieved to hear it's safe to go back into the forest. All the young ones look up to Ithra these days, you know? I hate to see them hurt, so I'm grateful myself. Luck with your adventures. Now, Fashionista 1. Etria's most expressive designer, the Lady Mrs. Merrow, must have butterfly eyes for using her new cronut. Decided to take the request, have you? Good. I'm hoping someone would. This one comes from Mrs. Merrow, Etria's finest designer. Every Etrian girl's dream is to step out wearing the accessories she creates. Whose design, though? Well, she says she needs 5 insect eyes for butterflies. I'm a fan of her accessories myself, but I might not stand in line for this one. Well then, off you go. You can't accept multiple, but better memory-wise if I just do one at a time. Now then, how we get insect eyes is we have to kill a butterfly without damaging it. More specifically, we have to kill it without hurting it via physical attacks. Elemental and ailment is fine. Again, there's one, so just attack those two. You two can defend, and then we're going to use Vault. There we are, 1 insect eye. 4 more to go. While I'd like to report the idea of making it depressed to the point of committing suicide, I know there's actual skills that do that. Hexer has a skill called, or rather a sub-branch of their skill tree called Evil Eye that inflicts fear on enemies, and one of the sub-skills is Suicide Word, where you command afraid enemies to kill themselves. So, your comment may have been in jest, but it is in fact possible. Oh no, is it just wood flies or is it chance-based? As you can tell in the yellow spots, there'd normally be deer pacing back and forth, but we've killed them. Name of leveling up the reserves. There's a butterfly. Now then... yeah, insect eye is indeed a drop here, so let's just... do these. There's insect eye, so it might actually be RNG based, in which case that's bullshit. But I know there's 1 or 2 games in the series that do have RNG conditional drops. For the most part, they don't. Conditional drops are guaranteed if you meet the conditions. But in 1 or 2 of the games, they are actually RNG. I think this is one of them. Ah, hello. Well, this means we can't attack. The thing is preemptive. There are 2 insect eyes right now. We need 3 more. This could be another 2. It is another tick, so one more insect eye. Go up to the first floor for that. No, it's you smash the eye, or I guess in the case of Volt, you pop the eye. They have eyes, it's just, are they in good enough condition to extract? You nearly run so much voltage through an entity, its organs do tend to rupture. Like so. Just burst its eyes. A bit too much current there. Yeah, I should probably just engage the auto path and start running along it. Alright. Will its eyes pop this time? Yep, more pop butterfly eyes. I feel like we should just go down to floor 2, though. Because the counters are more of an annoyance than anything at this point. Oh, it's 3 chances at insect eyes. I see the connections being wonky too. And out of 3, top 1. You have obtained the requested 5 insect eyes. Alright, Golden Beer Pub. Welcome back, kiddos. Are those really going to be used for a ring? Putting that on my finger, I don't really want to think about it. Just put it in the bag on the counter, will you? Shut it tight. Say those things makes me a little queasy. I take the request, have you? Good, I've been hoping someone would. This girl wants you to gather star seeds for a love charm that supposedly grants wishes. Said she'll need 5 of them to complete the charm. Kind of like wishing on a star in a way. Cute. I have star seeds. Where do we get star seeds? I think that was a gather point item. Steel lump, a rare piece of pure steel obtained from a gel. It was just a chance drop, huh? Thin shell, high quality crab shell. That's very thin. Alright, star seed, star seed. I think that was a take point, wasn't it? Might actually want cross seed instead. Oh, here it is, star seed. Bitter seed that's good as an antidote. Let's not say how we get it. I think it's take, though. It's Yuzo Koshiro. He's done some awesome music, and he does the soundtrack for every single Etrian Odyssey. Yeah, but seriously, Yuzo Koshiro composed the soundtrack, the entire soundtrack, for every single entry in this series. Now then, formation-wise, I think I'll replace Alex with Fluff at this point. So we want there's myself, just so that they have some safety net. Thunder Dragon to train, Fluff, get some more levels. Destin, because it would be a gathering party without him. And now I need to decide between Alyssa or Carl. So if I choose Carl, then we get to keep him up to speed. But if I choose Alyssa, she could gain some extra levels. Nah, I'm gonna go with Alyssa. At this point, Alyssa's versatile enough, I can't actually see myself using another. However, since this is also somewhat of a grinding party, that does mean I can consider others. Yeah, there's a few. Priest is a Land Snatch, Cliff is a Dark Hunter, you're a Protector. Manko's a Troubadour, but I don't know when I'm gonna get Manko out here for grinding. Only I had a second survivalist. Now, well, I guess I'll bring out somebody from the main party. So we have... Wait, then who am I replacing for the main party? It's basically just the main party. Oh, it's Noir, isn't it? Yeah, it's Noir. That's kind of fine. Noir has the skills I need from him. That's whatever. That's part of the challenge of the conscription run. You don't have all the classes you want. Part of how I'm making it interesting. Because if I could make my own guild from the ground up, that's fine. I'll make things work. In fact, things will work, and they'll work very well, but no, I choose to do a conscription run. I pick myself, and then everything else is outside of my control. Very fortunate to have one of every class. Because it could very much have not gone that way. Alright. I am curious about what the drop rates are. In further gathering points. Because you see there's ones that are further away from the stairs, and since your gathering is limited only by your gathering skill and not the point itself, I have to wonder what the difference is. You know, that's actually a quarter viable. Like, your defense is trash, but you have a lot of healing, and if you invest in Caduceus, you have some attacking too. Just getting over the initial hump before you actually have the skill points to invest in everything. But no, I can see 5 medics working. Actually, since this is mostly just the main party, do I actually need to bother with skill usage right now? I suspect no. Yeah, I'm moving Fluff up the front line. Normally you shouldn't do this, because it's a medic, but Fluff has a mace, so you're gonna whack things as a medic should. Very glad it can't sense us through walls. How many takes we got? We got 10 takes. It's not a take point item. I say that because each gathering point only has at most 3 different item types, and we got mint leaf, cross seed, and crab apple. Which means it may be a chomp point. And there... I found out there's actually a part of the map I have left to map. Oh boy. Okay, now we're in the safe spot. Heal for 1 TP. We're on the walls here. And then go see what exactly is just up here. The treasure chest. Medic of 3. Depending on the games, it's either the highest or the second highest. I think this is the second highest. It should restore 200 or 300 hit points. 200. D-Dragon, so close. Alright. Let's see how this goes. There's a level up. There's Cuffs level 3. Oh, and at that point, we do need Healing Touch. You've seen how much the HP can just get lopped off in a single attack, so not being at full HP is quite risky. Oh, fossil. Oh, are the rares different for each thing then, or... Just trying to think if the mind point was different. Oh, Bob. Yeah, I don't... We got cross seed, crab apple. What was the third one? Mint leaf. But we got die petal at the... Oh, they're different drop tables. They are different drop tables. Huh. And Nofo. And take 2 steps. And then it spawns. Don't like this room. Alright, what do we get from shopping here, assuming we get to see what's on the other side of the sloth? Which we definitely will. Single sloth's not that big of an issue. Words. Sand put. Air Starseed. You realize with regret that your pack is full and you cannot hold any more items. Well, I guess we can make use of a Medica too then. Sorry about that, brief interruption. And there we are, full yet again. Now then, just be careful not to... Yeah. Oh, they are marked! That's actually a quality of life thing they didn't add until, like... Untold, I think? It goes after 4 that they added that. Beforehand, you just, if you end up selling them accidentally, well, whoops, that's on you. Oh, choker, you say? Luck plus 8. Well. Yeah, you're taking that. Yeah, so bind infliction rate, or really just disable infliction rate in general, is dependent upon 2 stats, agility and luck. And in this early of a game, it might just be luck. In later games, that uses both those 2 stats. So. I did just save. And all skill points are spent. Means we just have to kill time until midnight when the gathering counters reset. Huh. Alright then. Let's see, there was... Should mark the unique stuff. There, I know that's fossil. Where I think it was crabapple because mint leaf and cross seed I have seen before, so I think. You know what? Rada Hall. Scentwood fossil. Oh, that's it. Fragrant tree bark used as a mild restorative. Also, worthless shattered bones embedded in rock. Maybe I should mark them then. Yeah, I'd have to verify that first. But yes, it is true that I did not get fossil at the other mine point, but at the same time, it could be a skill level issue. It could be an RNG issue. No guarantee, and this is a blindside. Yeah. Yeah, this is a... That's going pretty well for a blindside. Costs 500 N for a field revive. Maybe I should sell the Medica 2s, whatever we don't need. This, we now invest further into Volt. We get Volt up to level 3, then Volt up to level 5. Then we can spend a point on Thunder, and then I have to decide, do we invest more in TP up or not at that point? Or do we invest in the up skills? Because the up skills don't increase the TP cost of anything, but they aren't as big of a damage increase as investing directly into the skills themselves. No, either way, we'll see if we can get some fossils out of here. It only costs 1 TP to do this full heal. Not sure it will eat away our TP ultimately, but I think our attackers will run out of TP long before Fluff runs out of TP. There we are, midnight, so things have reset. Alright, we have one more point to put into Chop, and that will master it. We can move on to the next one in succession. Oh, no fossils. Okay, so this one is either white stone or thin shell. I think it's white stone. You need to chop for the star seeds, so we'll get to that, but on our way back, I'm going to invest in this take point first to mark what exactly is its own unique drop. Oh, thank fuck, that was one turn. That poison might have KO'd Thunder Dragon. Yeah, Dipedal, of course. I do not remember seeing that at all at the other point. Blindsides. Yeah, honestly, that wasn't much of a blindside. I got hit, but I don't get hit for much. That salve is now available. Salved 3, so we can learn Immunize, but we're not going to learn Immunize just yet. So Immunize reduces elemental damage to the party for 1 turn, except it's bugged and reduces all damage to the party for 1 turn. That's why it's such a sought-after skill. Which is also part of why 5 medics can actually work, because they can just rotate using Immunize. And heals and Caduceus, like they have the damage reduction and the healing and the offense. It's just they aren't going to have versatile offense. They'll get Salve level 3, and then I suppose Unbind? No, I should definitely invest in Refresh. Get Refresh up to maybe level 10, but level 8 at the minimum. But level 8, you'll have Refresh will cure everything. Level 9 and 10 are just speed ups, which can definitely be useful, but aren't necessary. I'm gonna guess you're just gonna copy my team. That's the only team you've really seen. Or you've just heard the 5 minutes thing and you're just going to go 5 minutes. Lightwood. I think that's... yeah, I think it's Lightwood. Okay, so this here is probably Lightwood. Now, I am curious exactly how much, so that there is roughly 50. This thing is 28 hit points missing. Oh, actually isn't that good of a test then, is it? Wait, 28? That'd be 28, that'd be 48. Yeah, that's full heal, so cure level 3 with healer level 10 should be a decent chunk of healing at this point in the game then. Of course it costs 5 TP. It is a combat heal though. Oh yeah, Alyssa needs to rest. We have one more spellcast in her. And then we're done. It's not work. Alright, there's the star seeds. It did have the ability to store items, but I think it costs a good chunk of Ental per item, though. 15 DP for Rita. Oh god, that's not really worth it. Oh, I forgot to... Or did I? 7 items for 700. Yeah, I think I forgot to get Ariadne thread. Oh. Also need to buy a nectar. Yeah, 500 Ental for nectar. Anyway, with that, we should have, yep, 15 items. Well, that's 10 for the medical supplies. Welcome back, kids. And out of curiosity, do you think these seeds will really make your dreams a reality? No, don't give me that look. I know perfectly well it's just a silly superstition. The important thing is that they'll give her the courage to confess her love. Then, I remember she wanted 5 of them. That does raise an interesting question. Why did she want 5 if you only need 1? Stipulation in the millionaires will request the cultivation of a flower he could never get to bloom. Decided to take the request, have you? But you're the ones who accepted it. There used to be an old man in Etrian who grew lots of different types of flowers. Visited his garden now and then, and always struck me as incredibly beautiful. Anyway, I heard the old man died the other day. In his will, he asked that someone try to grow the only flower he could never raise. His last words were that he knew it bloomed in a certain place in the labyrinth, and only in the morning. But he found out that it was on the 6th floor. Of course, he was in no condition to go somewhere as dangerous as that. And if the flower's easily left behind, can you please give it a try? You know the old man will be rooting for you, wherever he is now. Alright, it's morning. Yeah, or there's 5 people she wants to confess to. Whether she wants 5 times the luck, or there's 5 people. One of the two. Now, where on this floor do we plant this seed? You only have so long in the morning. And again, all we know is it's somewhere on the 6th floor. I might master Cleaver first before I start investing in the other skills. Might. Because the self-buff and Warcry is going to be good. Warcry is a little iffy. If the scaling's the same as it was in the very first game, then it's just slightly more damage than Warcry, but you lose HP instead of defense. Which... arguably more of an issue. But, I mean, if you just don't get hit, then what's the problem? Okay. I forgot to heal ourselves. Alright, now where could that flower spot be? So it's not in this take room. Yeah, I don't really have any other hints other than 6th floor. Hmm. Yet another hour passes. Yeah, the problem is that I don't know if we can find the spot if it's not morning. 2 hours into morning, if I remember correctly, morning ends either 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So we only have so many turns per day to search this floor. Well, on the upside, it's probably a dead end or corner somewhere if it's anywhere. It might be in a corner in the upcoming room. Yeah, as he said, I just have to check every single space. There's not much else to it. Oh, there's binds. Arm bind. Oh. Yeah, so to give a bit more info on the binds, the armbind will limit the use of skills that require the arms, but they also okay, I think I've jammed it now. I think that's how we jam it. Yep, that's how we jam it. Oh, that's nice to know. Alright, and with that, Fog of War has been lifted. At least for the most part. Morning's about to end. And there goes morning. Alright. That's pretty much it for searching today. Okay, 1656, so that might be the time to end the stream too. With abject failure. We'll get it next time. Yeah, I know. Pretty dang close now. It's exciting, because that means Thunder Dragon has actually a good selection of skills at this point. And won't be instantly deleted on the front lines. But it is 2 minutes to 5 o'clock, so I'm going to have to call it here. Oh, thank you for joining here, Blood and Iron. Maybe one day I'll get you out of reserves, but we'll see. When retirement day comes, mayhaps you'll get to repick a class. I'm still not sure how I'll go through allowing that. But until then, thank you for watching. Have a good week. Fare thee well.